Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to all of the Sagittariuses out there. If you are a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node, this is your reading for the upcoming month of November. And in case anybody is interested, I will be using the Star Tarot deck, one of my favorites. So let's see what November has in store for Sagittarius. Okay, Sag. So it looks like we had the Knight of Cups jump out almost immediately. He was the first card out. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. The King of Wands reversed. And then the Empress reversed on the bottom of the deck. And the Ten of Cups under the Empress. And Death under the King. The Ten of Cups. Which these two, Death and Ten of Cups, brings a bit of an improved message here. Because all of this reverse energy, Sagittarius, this kind of reminds me of your previous reading, where there was a person or a situation that you knew wasn't good for you and you still went after it, and then you had to go within to kind of you had to take yourself out of the equation essentially to kind of realign yourself and get back to yourself. Um, but in the month of November, it looks like there is going to be a sense of repressing your emotions or your energy or something that comes through. Emotions, especially with the Empress here and the King of Wands, too. So I think whatever this situation was that we discussed in the previous month is still being harbored somewhere internally. And it's causing you to doubt yourself. It's causing you to have insecurities within yourself that Sagittarius you don't often feel. And it's causing you to again repress those emotions that come up in response to this feeling of insecurity. You are an abundant, this is just Sagittarius naturally. You are an abundance of jovialness and good fortune and just forward movement. And typically you don't take things personally, but I think there was something that we discussed in last month's reading. So if you didn't catch last month's reading, go ahead and watch that because I think that'll give some background as to what I'm speaking of. But it's possible you didn't take all of the necessary steps to go inward and find your value within yourself, and that's why you're feeling this sense of lack internally, and you're feeling like, oh, no, any emotion that comes up you're like, ew, no, 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 and you're like trying to ignore it. And because you're ignoring it, this is harboring those feelings of insecurity because your body is trying to tell you something, your intuition is trying to speak to you, and you're just ignoring it. So now you're like, now you're feeling even more insecure in yourself because you're not connected to yourself. And because you're not connected to yourself, you're seeing a lack in your physical resources. You're seeing maybe even delays in progress, delays in finances. Like, for example, if you're a freelance worker and you did a job and they said, all right, you'll get your payment by this day, something's going to happen where they're like, oh, actually, we can't pay you for another 2 weeks or something of the case. There's some sort of delay that's going to disrupt your physical security. And it could also be your insecurities are causing you to misplace to move where you place your values. So this could also mean because you're feeling insecure and you don't want to feel your emotions, you're just spending money on nonsense to try to fill that void that's left within you from not feeling, from not tapping into your emotional body. And the more you do this, the more drained your resources are going to be, the less stability you're going to have. And Sagittarius, I know you're not a sign that really values stability in the first place, but you do value the money it takes to live the life you want to live. So if you are allowing your insecurities to drain your bank account right now just to fill some sort of void that you're feeling within you because you don't want to feel what's going on within, that's when the issues arise. That's when the issues arise. And so that's something to keep an eye out for. But this Knight of Cups upright, and I love that it was the first card out because it does denote some hope here along with these other two, the Ten of Cups and Death. As scary as that sounds, I promise it's not scary. But the Knight of Cups being upright, and again, the first card to come out tells me that you are at least starting the month and starting to make the choice to let your heart guide you. You're tapping into your divine creativity, and it's through that expression that will help you feel what you are trying not to feel. That's going to help you gain clarity of your feelings, because the more you ignore your feelings and try to repress them, the more they're gonna bubble up and become even more complicated. And rather than, let me put it this way, Susie said something really mean to you that hurt you. And you had two options. You can either feel the pain of Susie's words immediately and really dig deep to figure out the root cause of, okay, why am I feeling so hurt over somebody else's words? Oh, that was because when I was 7, this person did this to me. And okay, let me feel the emotions of that. Let me feel where I feel it in my body so it can be released and I can have that fluidity again. That's choice 1. Or choice 2. Susie said something really mean to me that made me feel like poop. I don't want to feel like poop. So I'm just going to pretend what Susie said didn't bother me. And I'm just going to go ahead and run away and live my life and la 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 la. All the while, these emotions that Susie triggered are still in your body, but they're just now getting like, it's like a snowball, but also I'm picturing like a ball of dirty laundry where it starts with one shirt and then it adds pants and then eventually the initial shirt, the initial feeling is so wrapped up in all the other life things that happened in the meantime that you don't even know what you were feeling initially because it's so blanketed by all of these other things that have happened since the first day that Susie said those things to you. So if your name is Susie, I apologize. You're not mean. Maybe you are. You know what? You live your life. um, but that's where that Knight of Cups energy comes in with the importance of expression. If, you decided not to feel the thing you were feeling and it's all wrapped up in this tight spaghetti ball of dirty laundry, with every radical act of expression, whether that's journaling or painting or just dancing and moving your body, if it's speaking, if it's writing songs, if it's making music, however that comes through for you, with every act of expression, you are slowly unraveling, taking off one piece of laundry at a time, taking off one layer of that onion, Shrek, okay? In any case, you are, with every radical act of expression, you are connecting to your sacred spirituality and your divine center. And the divine center can't exist without emotions. It can't exist without feeling. So with every layer you're unfolding, you're eventually going to get down to that root cause. Not even, and it was triggered by what Susie said, but Susie was not the root cause of those feelings. So you'll get down to the feeling that Susie caused, and then all of a sudden you're going to take that out too, and you'll be left with the root cause of that whatever that feeling was, however long ago caused that trigger. That's where your expression can lead you. But first, you have to stand still. You have to stop trying to drown your insecurities in things that don't matter and that hold no real value to you in your life, that won't help you progress, that won't help you heal. Because the sooner you are able to tap into these deep feelings that you're holding, you'll be able to understand why you're feeling insecure. You'll be able to feel what needs to be felt. And the Empress represents fertility, which isn't necessarily just in like giving birth. It's also creative fertility. So if you're able to, and I love that the way that I set this up, if you're able to stop trying to drown your insecurities in things don't matter and find out why you're spending money on this, like what insecurity is causing you to do that, you'll be able to finally feel the feelings that are being repressed. And once this is acknowledged, this turns upward, which then amplifies your ability to create. So even if in your confusion and like when you're still feeling all of these more harsh things going on inside of you, still create. Even if you think what you created is horrible, if you think it's the worst thing that's ever been done, that's okay because it's still helping you get to the center. And then once you're in the center, all of a sudden you're going to be creating masterpieces. You're going to have this creative flow that allows you to birth into existence something so beautiful. So beautiful, even if it's not something tangible, even if that exists, even if what is being birthed is simply your existence, your aligned existence. There is beauty and power in that, in reclaiming your energy so you're not so distracted. And so you're not wasting your time, money, energy, emotions on things that ultimately don't matter and won't help you. I love when cards are reversed because it highlights the blockage and how you can make it upright. Because guess what? 10 of Pentacles is one of the most positive, not influential. One of the, I guess positive would be the best word, but one of the most positive cards in the tarot in terms of stability and finances and even like how you show up in the world, your reputation in the world. So when it's reversed, that does not mean you're cut off from this upright energy. It's just about finding the root cause of why this is reversed. of why you're feeling insecure. Because guess what? Once you stop feeling insecure, you have the upright King of Wands, which is a Sagittarius. Oh no, Queen of Wands is a Sagittarius card. This is your husband. Like this is the energy that is available to you, but you have to find the root cause of it. This energy is available to you, but you have to find the root cause of it. And you do that through your expression and allowing your heart to guide you through that expression. And not letting yourself, no, that doesn't want to be said. Never mind. Through your expression. Period. Period. And if we get to what's on the bottom of the deck, what's waiting for you once you do sort out all this big jumbled mess of what's going on internally, you have the Ten of Cups waiting for you. And the Ten of Cups is, again, one of the most prominent and positive signs, one of the most positive energies of the tarot. Like you can just see just by the symbolism, the rainbows, you have doves, you have butterflies, you have all of the cups. You feel emotionally satisfied and you feel like you're connected to the people around you. And you don't feel like you have to hide behind your insecurities or hide behind jokes or you don't feel like you have to hide, period, because you are accepted and welcome in your environment. And not only that, you are accepting and welcoming of others in your environment as well. And you can see this guy's reaching up to the heavens, reaching up to the dove, reaching up to the moon, and the moon rules your unconscious mind. So everything is in alignment. Everything is working in harmony rather than the unconscious trying to pull you one way, your conscious mind trying to pull you the other way, and then thus causes that tension. No, there's harmony here. But again, you have to sort through this big jumbled mess first. And, oh my God, an Eight of Wands is under death. And I think that's the transformation death offers here. It's already been said. It's already been stated. But you have to make the decision to go within yourself and stop trying to drown out your insecurities through buying things that don't matter. Stop trying to ignore your emotions in things that don't hold true value to you. That's where that transformation comes in. It goes internally. And I feel this is an eerily similar message to last month's. So I think Sagittarius, this is something that it's not going to happen overnight. It's something you're continuously working through and working towards, but this energy is available to you. This energy is available to you, the energy of transformation and of rebirth. And I think the death card, it's important to note, this is the phoenix. Rise like the phoenix from the ashes of your old self, of the self that just doesn't want to feel and doesn't want to take themselves seriously. And when I say take themselves seriously, that doesn't mean you have to become like a CEO of Boring Town. No, you're not meant to do that. But taking yourself seriously is a radical act that allows you to step into your own power and lead by your heart. Take your emotions seriously. Take yourself seriously enough to not treat yourself like a clown. Period. Eight of Wands underneath death also tells me that once you choose this, once you choose to acknowledge everything that's causing that root pain, fast-paced energy towards this beauty, towards this abundance, towards your own self, towards your self-expression, towards your creativity, towards your emotional self and your intuition. It's all Eight of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the zodiac or in the tarot. Eight of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. Ever since I learned about the tarot, I was like, I really like the energy of this card because it's so fast paced. It's like streamlined. Think about those like the bullet trains in Asia. They go like 800, not 800. I don't know how fast they go, but they go really fast, a lot of miles an hour. And like for America, we can't even fathom that because we don't even have anything close to that. Because our infrastructure, whatever, that's a different story. But that's what that Eight of Wands energy is. It's like and maybe because you are feeling so stagnant where you are right now and focused on the wrong things, you don't think this is available to you. But it is a radical act of accepting that the change comes within and start to unravel that onion, that ball of laundry, everything. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, and this one snuck out of here too. Interesting. Interesting. So we had Strength reverse, Three of Wands reversed. Let's move that this way. The Fool. The Fool jumped out. And then the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is a divine messenger that brings messages from your intuition, from your guides, from what we cannot see. Just saying. Let's lean more towards the strength and the three of actually, these all want to be spoken about in congruence. So the Fool and the Three of Wands have a similar energy when upright, I should say, where you're making the choice to embark on something new. When the Three of Wands is upright, it's not the very beginning of the journey for you. That would be the Ace, but it's you deciding, yes, this is something I want to pursue, and stepping out onto that journey and seeing the sea of potential around you. But when it's reversed, it's almost like you're still going out. It's still a choice. It might not be a conscious choice, but it's still a choice, and you're unable to see the potential of what lies ahead. But you're tapping into this Knight of Cups energy and the Page of Cups energy to guide you towards that, to guide you through on this new venture, because you don't know what's awaiting you, but you also feel this call that the Fool, and like the Fool exaggerates. You feel that call. It's like, I need to do this. I need to do this. And it's not always external. I think, similar to last month's, I think this is going to be an inward journey. You're going inward to figure out your own mechanics, how your own mechanisms, how you function. And Strength Reverse tells me that there is like an underlying fear of you taking this next step. You feel that you don't have the strength, you don't have the stamina. But what did I say about all of the other reverse cards? When it's reversed, it's still energy that you have within you. This is still energy you have within you when it's upright. You have the strength, you have the stamina, and you can see she has the infinity symbol within her, which tells me she's been here before, and that's why she knows. She has the wisdom of the snake. She has the moon, her unconscious, guiding her, and her trusty lion. There's bravery in that. So even when it's reversed, there's still a bravery in you taking that decision to go into your unknown, to go inward, to go into your own unconscious mind. Because again, the moon represents the unconscious. She's there. And these energies of the upright messages are still available to you. So the Fool is saying, despite this lack of strength, or even despite the fear you may be feeling, despite you not being able to see the potential, it's up to you to heed call of the Fool. And that's the message that the Page of Cups is bringing in. It's once, oh, this is juicy. Oh, I have full body chills. Oh my God. Oh my, sorry. Take a moment. You may be fearful to go within. You may not be able to see. But once you heed the call and accept the message that's coming through and decide to go within, you'll recognize there is nothing and there was never anything to fear within you. There is nothing and there was never anything to fear within you. There is balance and there is harmony and there is love and there is togetherness within you. That's what's at the core of all of these insecurities. That's what's at the core of it all. But somewhere within there's this really neglected child, or this sad child, or this fearful child, or fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. There's this child that didn't get something they needed when they were younger, which caused them to wrap their universal love up in the tiniest little blanket and shove it deep down within themselves. But that child is waiting for you. That child is yearning for you to accept the call, to go within, to show yourself love, to take yourself seriously enough to show yourself love and find that inner child within you. So you stop wasting money on things that don't matter. So you stop feeling insecure about things that don't matter. And so you stop repressing your emotions in search of things that don't matter. And all of these cards are now upright. No, except for Strength and Three of Wands. They're supposed to be reversed, but there is such a beauty in this spread, Sagittarius, and there's that same beauty within you. It's just about you having the strength and the bravery to tap in, even when you don't feel that strength or that bravery. Especially when you don't feel that strength and that bravery. Especially when you can't see the potential that exists within you, this divine flame that exists within you. Even if you can't see it, trust yourself enough to know that it's there and trust yourself enough to go within and recognize that there is never anything to fear. All that's in there is love. All that's in there is love. And that feels overwhelmingly complete. Sagittarius, if this resonated for you, please leave a like, leave a comment about how it resonated. I would love to hear your stories. And if you want, we do this every single month. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos for the upcoming months. But with all of that said, this was a general reading, so maybe not everything resonated. If that is the case, you can check out my website linked in the bio below. You can book with me directly for tarot, astrology, or human design. Numerology coming soon, so keep a lookout for that. And then we also have my Patreon linked in the bio below. So if you don't want to book with me, but you are interested in these spiritual topics, tarot, astrology, human design, all of that fun stuff, or just spontaneous spiritual channels that come through, check out my Patreon. I would love to see you there. I'm always posting stuff at least once a week. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. But otherwise, Sagittarius, again, this is not an overnight process. This feels like it comes in alignment with your previous month's reading. So give yourself the time and the space and the graciousness to move through what you need to move through because, again, all that's waiting for you is that beautiful inner child. And once you take their hand, oh my God, and run into the sunset, it's beauty, it's beauty, it's beauty. Embrace all sides of yourself and come back to yourself because you deserve to. I love you guys.